Om Prachirigagni Rasito Rakshitaditya Ishava Tebhyo Namo Dhipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Nama Ishubhyo Nama Ebhyo Astu Yosman Dvishtiyang Vayang Dvishmashtang O Jambhidadma He Gyan Punjaganpat Bandhan Veena Nyare Purab Meram Rahe Ho Rakshak Pita Hamare Ravi Reshmiyo Se Jeevan Poshan Prakash Pata Vijnanamay Vidhayak Brahmand Ko Chalata Hum Bar Bar Bhagwan Karte Tumhe Namaste Yadi Dvesh Bhavana Ho To Nyaya Tere Haste. The word before us, the Absolute, our King and Protector. Thou hast made the sun whose beam shower life on earth. We bow down to Thee in gratitude for Thy benign rule, Thy kind protection, and Thy blessed gift of life. And for all these blessings, O God, we humbly thank Thee and place him who hates us or whomsoever we hate at Thy gracious feet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sarva Namaste. My friends, when we try to ride a cycle, at the beginning we fall. But by constant practice, we are able to master the cycle and we can ride. In a like manner, when we are climbing a hill and we walk and walk and walk and we get tired and we look down, our objective is to reach there on top of the peak of the hill. But then we get tired and we look down and we ask ourselves, can I make it? And I make an effort again. And so it is our birth. God has given a birth to attain peace and bliss at His feet. And He has given us certain ethics, certain conducts, certain social principles which we must practice and obey in order to attain peace and bliss. And our first principle, social principle, is ahimsa. Do not cause injury or grief to anyone. Do not hurt anyone in thoughts, in words, or in deeds. Do not harbor hatred, jealousies, greed, or anger, because these are inimical sins which destroys the virtue in man. And therefore, Almighty God, through His yogic principles, Maharishi Patanjali has given us certain principles. And our first social principle, we interact with each other. And therefore we should not hurt anyone. We should practice ahimsa, non-violence. Hurt not anyone in your thoughts, by your words, or by your action. And therefore we must practice truth. Gandhiji said, when denied God, but no one has denied truth. And Mahatma Tulsidas said, Satya barabar tap nahi ki jhoot barabar paap. Satya barabar tap nahi ki jhoot barabar paap. Jaake hriday mein sat hai, taake hriday prabhu aap. There is no greater virtue than truth. And there is no more heinous sins than lies. Therefore, let's practice truth. Let's harbor truth in our mind, in our thought, in our words, in our deeds, in our action. Speak the truth. Because sins are the most heinous, lies are the most heinous sins. We must not practice lies. Because if you want to attain peace and bliss at the feet of God, we must be truthful. Shakespeare said, "To thine own shall be truthful, and it shall follow the night the day. Thou cannot then be false to any man." So, my friends, all the great people spoke of truth. Great Harishchandra, a great king who stood for truth, he gave his kingdom away. He lost his wife because of truth, his son because of truth. But he stood, his firmness for truth, he stood. And this is our heritage. This is what Hindu heritage is. Every Hindu must be able to practice truth because our ancestors practiced truth and set an ideal for us to emulate and to follow and to be truthful to attain peace and bliss at the feet of God. He said, Chand tarai suraj tarai. Harishchandra says, Chand tarai suraj tarai tarai jagat vyavhar. Chand tarai suraj tarai tarai jagat vyavhar. Pai Sri Harishchandra ka tarai na satya vichar. Even the sun sets in the east and rises in the west, which is impossible, but his firmness for truth will not be shaken. This is what Harishchandra says. So, my friends, we are told that if we want to attain peace and bliss at the feet of God, then we must practice truth. Practice ahimsa, cause not grief or pains to anyone by thought, by words or deeds. Practice truth. And then we must not steal. Astay. Today, what's happening to Guyana? Everywhere you hear, when you pick the newspapers abroad, see robbery, murder. Why? Because of greed. People do not have dharma in them. They do not practice religion. They do not practice truth. Our youths, I don't know where they're going today. What is happening to the social fabric of this beautiful country of ours? It pains us abroad when we hear of all the crimes. Stealing. Vedo says, do not steal. We must not steal from each other. We must be honest. Live an honest life. By honesty, you will enjoy peace and bliss. By dishonesty, you'll suffer greed. You'll suffer from wants. You'll suffer pains. And then you will end in prison and other places. I beg you, do not steal, because if we want to attain peace and bliss at the feet of God, we should not steal. Another thing is, today, there is nothing like Brahmacharya, celibacy. I observe children are getting children. There is no morality in our lives today. And because of this, there is no morality in our children growing without any kind of morals. It behoves every religion, every religious leader to speak out against the social evils that are prevailing in our society in Guyana today. Little children going to the shops and buying rum, buying cigarettes, Little children are getting babies. Where is the morality of our society? Vedo says, if we want to attain peace and bliss at the feet of God, then we must practice Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya or celibacy. Celibacy or morality in our lives. We must be able to live a moral, decent life, clean life. Husbands should be honest to their wives. Wives should be honest to their husbands. In Hindu Dharma we teach Pativrata Dharma, where a Hindu wife considers her husband as God, and the husband considers her as Devi, as the goddess of the home. Therefore, we should teach our children these moralities, these ethics. Practice Brahmacharya, celibacy. And celibacy will give you strength, give you strong wisdom, build you physically, morally, spiritually, educationally. Without Brahmacharya, we will be weaklings. And when we give birth to children, they will be weaklings. And the children cannot give birth to children to be strong moral characters. We are here to build character building. Therefore, we must practice ahimsa. We must practice truth. We must practice non-stealing. We must practice Brahmacharya. And another thing is very, very important is aparigraha. Aparigraha is non-hoarding. Today it's sad. Because of greed, we hoard things and we create black market and charge people and exploit our own fellow men, exploit the poor to make ourselves rich. My friends, acquiring wealth by dishonest means, acquiring wealth by dishonesty will bring you disease, will cause you sufferings, and that money will go back in many ways. You spend that money in doctors, in OBMN and other things and so on. So please, do not hoard, do not steal, do not rob. Live an honest life. Honesty is the best policy. And that is how we can build a good social fabric in our society. We are indebted to the community, and therefore we must live an honest, straightforward life. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.